Hey guys, so I cannot wait to show you some of these things today. We're gonna just talk about all kinds of fun things. I feel like this is just my favorite type of thing to do. I have so many new exciting things to share with you guys. Things that I picked up from the trip to the mall with my friend that you may have seen in the last vlog. And I mentioned then that I would share with you guys what I got. The vlog was way too long and I didn't have any time to do a proper haul. But it's exciting because I have had the things for a few weeks now and I can actually tell you guys how some of them worked out. Picked up another few of my favorite brushes, and also there's a huge sale going on right now today and tomorrow from BaubleBar, and things that kind of don't, things that rarely go on sale, like personalized things that are a little more expensive on the side. I ordered 2 things today that I really am excited about sharing. I'll link everything below, all of the info. Maybe we should talk about that first because I feel like we can breeze through the jewelry fairly quickly. So today on BaubleBar, today and tomorrow, every necklace is on sale. Not the chokers though, but pretty much everything else is on sale, 25% off, which is really good, including personalized things, which can get expensive. A lot of those have better metals. You can get them in real gold and stuff like that, and those are on sale. So I just thought it would be a good time for me to pick up a few of those things. I ordered 2 personalized things that I have really had my eye on. A lot of my things are gold. Like this I really love. It's the square one that has Olivia's initials. This is 25% off today too, and I just think it's the best time to buy these. I've kind of been wearing a little more silver lately, but I don't know, today I'm wearing gold. I just kind of go back and forth. I just did very delicate. My earrings are silver. I just mixed it up. It's whatever, but I guess I just wasn't wearing silver as much before, but now I'm mixing it in more. I got 2 personalized silver things that I cannot wait to get, but sometimes they take a little longer to arrive. So I ordered those this morning and I'll link to those below. I don't have them to show you them to show you obviously, but this is another necklace that I would really recommend. This one sits at the perfect length. It's like a lariat style, and like those that I really love from there. It's just very delicate, so you can wear it on the outside. I love how delicate this one is. It looks like a piece of fine jewelry, but it's very affordable, especially today. So I will put the link below. I'll put the code below. I did pick up a few things from BaubleBar over the last couple weeks, and I'll just quickly show you a few things that you can get during the sale. I did get a new choker, but these are not on sale today. These that I really love, the gem one, looks really pretty paired with that too. I'll put that on. But I got it in silver, and it's actually downstairs because I wore it the other day and I took it off, but it's not on sale. So did I wear it in a video? I don't remember. But you see they're just really easy, and I really love it. So those are cool too, if you wanted to throw those into the order anyways. And then this is really cool. It's a silver layering necklace. I like to wear this with the silver choker like this. You see it just kind of sits right there. It's really pretty. This I've also really been loving, and I showed this on my vlog. I think I talked about this. I normally don't like these necklaces that are very chunky and, you know, like those typical statement necklaces, you know, like the big chunky ones. I don't really do that so much. But this one I just thought was so pretty. Could you imagine with a dress or even a top like this? It's just very casual, just a crew neck top. Isn't that beautiful? I think this is one of my new favorite things. And then I even had it cinched, kind of choker style in that video, because even though this is too long still for a choker, you can clip this on some of the links. It just is kind of made like that. It's not really how you're supposed to wear it, but I kind of tweaked it a little for me because I love it like that. And I don't think this is considered a choker, so it's part of the sale too, even though you can wear it like one. So that is just a few things I wanted to give you guys a heads up because I love a good sale and I know you guys like BaubleBar. So my friend and I went to lunch and decided to do a little bit of shopping. She had a few things on her list that she needed. I had one thing that I wanted to pick up that I could have ordered, but I thought, you know, we're here, we'll just kind of look around and have fun. And they don't sell Oribe too many places. So I was going to pick up my dry texturizing spray, which I did. I picked up a few other things from the beauty department, and we kind of just looked around and had a lot of fun. And while we were there, we didn't know this, but they were doing, let me get it, this gift with purchase if you spent, I think, $100 in the beauty department, which I ended up doing. I mean, if you buy one Oribe thing and a few Chanel things or this, you know, it's not that hard to do. But like I said, you know, I wasn't planning on spending a lot, but I did get some pretty good things. You got this bag and it had a bunch of samples in it. I don't think they're still doing this, but really any of these samples you can get, and the bag is just a bag. But I thought that was pretty fun to be able to get something a little different like that. And speaking of vlogs, I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying that. I'm enjoying that more than anything. I feel like over the years I have kind of like thrown in vlogs here and there because I enjoy doing them, otherwise I would just never do them. But sometimes it would feel a little stressful to me, like, you know, in my mind I was thinking, you know, vlogs are like a regular thing and I need to vlog today, and I can't do that. I have to have my camera with me over like a week and just film what I want to film and then mash it up into one video, and I think you get like more exciting things that way. It makes it much more interesting rather than me just like forcing myself to film one day and it's just like. So I really have been enjoying that. It's been much more natural and I have been so excited. It's like, okay, you know, I've been trying to put one out every few weeks, and honestly, like, I have stuff probably enough to put out every week, but you know, I don't know, it's just whenever it works out. But I've really been enjoying it. I'm glad that you guys have been too. It's just fun to share a little bit of, you know, a little different, just some different stuff, you know, like I've done it a little over the years, but it's just, I feel like I'm in a groove now, and it's just becoming, I'm just all about doing what I want to do and just making this natural and not forcing anything, and it's just working out really well. I'm glad that you guys are liking it. So that's that. And yeah, so with the stuff that I picked up, really love the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I've talked about this a lot, and it's one of those things that like I kind of, when I first got it, I really liked it, but I've worked it into my routine, and I feel kind of like I can't, I'm not gonna say I can't live without it, but I haven't found anything that is a dupe for it, truly. It's not a dry shampoo. I've heard so many people say, didn't the woman that sold it to me originally said, oh, you can use it like your dry shampoo? And technically, yes, if you use dry shampoo just to rough up the texture of your hair, not to like make it look cleaner, then yeah, but it's not gonna absorb oil or anything. But what I love it for is I have very silky hair, very like, you know, if you just get out of the shower or whatever and you dry it, you're not gonna have like that gritty texture. It's gonna just not really hold styles very well. As it would if it had a bit of grittiness to it. So I like to add this. It doesn't make it feel dirty. Like sometimes dry shampoos can make your hair feel really dirty, like really thick, you know, it kind of like gives, whatever. But anyways, I like to use my dry shampoo on my roots, like if I'm actually doing like second day hair or whatever, and I have a little bit of oil or it looks a little dirty, and then I put this in the lengths of my hair, and it's just perfect. It's also really great for using right before you curl your hair, just to kind of spray it in, and it gives it a little. So I have just a tiny bit left, and I thought I'll go ahead and pick up another. So I got that, and I did notice this. This is so weird. I ditched the boxes. I probably should have kept those, but like I said, I've had these things for about a week or so now. Whatever. Anyways, Oribe stuff comes in like really pretty boxes. But look, they kind of made the packaging a little nicer. I mean, most of the time I lose these lids anyways. I haven't lost this one. But look, they put the little hair girl, you know, the little Oribe little girl with the. And this is not new, but it kind of leads into what I'm going to show you next. The Oribe Gold Lush Transformative Mask. I actually purchased these two originally together, and I really like this mask. It smells heavenly, as the Oribe stuff does. And what I've realized, I think it's just the conditioners, because I did purchase a shampoo and conditioner the day that I went shopping, and the shampoo doesn't have the smell, but the conditioner does. But anyways, this was pretty expensive. It was about $60 something. It's lasted me a very long time. I don't use it every time I shampoo, obviously, but it's like a deep conditioning, like a mask. And I really do think it makes my hair look pretty. I'm just to the point where like the other day I unscrewed it and I was like scraping the last bit out of it. But you know, since I liked the Gold Lust so much, and as I've said before, you know, in my shower, I like to have a few different shampoos. I like to have a really like clarifying, volumizing one, which is what I like to use my Pantene for. Love it. I have one for blonde hair, which is the R&co. Obsessed. I love that. I kind of wish I would have repurchased the Bel Air, the smoothing one, which Vanessa ended up getting that one. But you know, I've had those before and I really like it, because I like to have a nourishing one too. But I really love the blonde, and then like I just said, I like to have like a more nourishing one. So that's where this came in. I thought, I'll splurge, I'll try the Oribe, I'm here, you know, give me the gold shampoo and conditioner. And they're beautiful. I mean, you know, it's Oribe stuff, it's really fancy and nice. I really think that they're good. This reminds me exactly of the Caviar shampoo, if you guys are familiar with that, by Alterna. It has that smell, it has that same scent, which is just like a very kind of fresh scent. It had maybe just a hint of that Oribe scent, but not like the conditioners do. And it's creamy, it's really good, but I found that it didn't really, like as it rinsed, it didn't really feel, I guess, as good as the r&co, the smoothing one, but it's a good shampoo. I'm not bashing, I'm just saying. And then the conditioner, honestly, it's exact, I try to tell a difference. They're very, very similar. So I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering what the big difference is here, because I feel like this conditioner is very similar. Smells like absolute heaven. It's so good. It's not very thick though. You put it on your hair and it feels like it clings. Like, I don't really like a thick conditioner. I like it to be like thick, clinging to my hair, like all over that. But it didn't really feel like that, but which I guess that's okay. But when I rinse it, you know, it feels nice and everything. And I didn't dry my hair the few times I've used this, and I've had a good hair day, like when I've used it. But maybe it's just the mood. Maybe it's just my mood that I don't know. But I just, it's not knocking my socks off like, whoa, this is my new love, I need to repurchase this, like I am with the r&co stuff. Because I feel like the r&co stuff, like I get actual good results. And the Oribe is very good, don't get me wrong, or I would have returned it. I mean, it's expensive, but yeah, I don't think it's something that I'm like, oh, I've got to get all the time. But I do like this conditioner. Although, I don't know, this is something that I would have repurchased. I think I would have, looking back, I would have just repurchased this instead of buying the shampoo and conditioner. Then I would have gone with the r&co. But regardless, since we were in Neiman Marcus, it's really the only place around here that sells the Byredo fragrances. You guys know I've loved the Mojave Ghost, and I told you guys that I loved how unique the scents were, but some of them. And I guess this is the thing, like with perfumes, like there's only so many notes. If you combine them in different ways, you're gonna pick up notes that are in other things, and then it'll remind you of different things. It's not necessarily like it's the same perfume, but there are things that do remind you of other things. And I'm not saying that Byredo, like, they're not unique, because I think they are. They're very different. It's not like a typical perfumey smell. And I think a lot of like more like niche brand fragrances are kind of there's a lot of different things, and I really like that. It's not just like a typical like Chanel or Dior, which I love those. Those are like my number, like I love those. I think those are kind of like some of my favorites. But I got the Mojave Ghost, love. I think I'm gonna do a fragrance video because I have a new like storage thing. I have some really good ones. I have a couple new ones that you guys haven't even seen, but there are some similarities with Byredo and some other things, and I just kind of want to talk about it. I don't know. I've found that like as I've used it and as I've gone back and smelled them again, it's kind of made me think, because this is the third time I've really gone and like shopped the Byredo stuff. First time I went was a long time ago. I didn't really buy anything. I smelled the Gypsy Water and a few others and just was kind of like, oh, okay. I think I smelled the Sunday Cologne and I was kind of turned off, and I was with Olivia and we were kind of in a hurry and I left. Of course, my friend and I went a few times ago, and I got the Mojave Ghost, which I really, really love. I have used a ton of that, probably more than I should. But the scents aren't overpowering. Some of them I can see where they would be. Some are really strong. But the ones that I'm drawn to are more softer. You can use a little bit more of them. They just kind of smell like a natural scent, like not like a hit you in the face, like really strong perfume, like offensive. I don't know, we were just kind of walking, you know, we weren't really going anywhere else. We just went to lunch and we were just walking around like Neiman Marcus. We didn't like do the whole mall or anything. It was just a really chill day. And we had time, and I thought, you know, I'm just gonna kind of check these out again and just smell them for fun. I was not looking to get anything else. I wanted to smell one that was on my mind, which ended up not being what I thought it was. I smelled the La Tulipe, which I almost got, but I thought it was just a tad floral. I love it because it's floral and soapy, the La Tulipe one. And I ended up getting a good sample of that. She ended up giving that to me, so I'm excited to try that. She gave me another sample of the Blanche, which I told her I liked that. I wouldn't repurchase this because it's exactly like, well, I say exact. It reminds me of the Marc Jacobs Rain, which I have. It's not exactly like that now that I've kind of like worn both of them, and I've gone through another sample of the Blanche, but the Blanche is exactly like the Clean Shower, if you guys are familiar with that, and the Clean has like laundry and Clean this, Clean that. And now what I've heard is that they're phasing those out. Those are discontinued and they're going to like the Clean Reserve. Since I've never smelled those, I don't know. But I couldn't, you know, bring myself to buy that since it smelled exactly like that. I used to wear that all the time. It's a very soapy smell, but fresh, clean. So I smelled the Gypsy Water again because last time it was really confusing. I went thinking, you know, Vanessa really wanted the Gypsy Water. She was like, yeah, this one's really buzzed about it. I've heard people talk about that. And I thought, you know, I don't want to get it or be sucked into it, which in my mind at the time I was thinking a lot of people are sucked into this because it's called Gypsy Water and it's the Byredo one that everyone talks about. And, you know, I like to like things because I like it. I don't care if nobody likes it. I don't care if everyone likes it or if it's the oldest news on the planet. If I like it, I'm going to love it and I don't care. I think that if you kind of get caught up in, oh, I can't get that because everyone has it, that is just as worse as buying everything because everyone has it. You're still being influenced by other people, just like what you like, you know? So with the Gypsy Water, for me, I just didn't want to have that like in my brain, like I like it because of the name or I like it because of this. I really wanted to like it. And when I smelled it, I ended up getting it, okay, spoiler alert, but when I smelled it originally, I thought it smells like something. I couldn't put my finger on it. It was a little lemony. When you smell it in the bottle, it smells like lemon. And then I started thinking light blue. After we went last time, Vanessa bought it, and I thought it smells like Dolce & Gabbana light blue. But I don't want to ruin it, you know. I don't want to say like, oh, it smells like just like that. Well, then I remembered, I was like, I smelled it on her later, and it smelled like vanilla. I was like, maybe it was other things that we had sprayed. I don't know. So when we were looking last week, I sprayed this on me. Just, you know, I wasn't planning on getting it or anything, but I was actually gonna get the Oribe because Oribe has the, I think it's called the Côte d'Azur. Is that what it is? It's written on the sample. Yeah, the Côte d'Azur that smells just like the conditioners, but it was a bit heavy. I didn't end up getting that, so I didn't end up getting it, but I sprayed, oh, I got, it's a pen. I've already gotten it dirty. And you can see like I've had it for, I've used a little bit of it to have had it for a couple weeks. I sprayed this on me. We walked around the perfume department. We went to the Chanel counter. We did a bunch of other things in there. She got some foundation and I kept smelling this. I was like, what is this? It doesn't, okay, so right now it smells like lemons. A little earthy. It smells to me like earthy, citrusy, kind of sharp, you know? I don't really like scents like that. Light blue is a scent that I just don't get because I think it just smells like a big lemon. I'm like, why do people like this? I don't know. Everyone likes different things. I get it, but I just never understood it. So that's what it smells like. Very fresh. Okay. When it kind of dries down, like literally 10 minutes after I sprayed it, it started smelling like the yummiest vanilla, just yummiest, warmest scent. I was like, what is this? And I was going through the perfume department, like she was shopping and you know, I kept smelling myself and I was like, what is this? I was going back and forth between the Oribe and the Gypsy Water and I was smelling. And I was like, holy crap, it really is changing. Like it's so different. It's kind of a vanilla, fresh, powdery. Is it powdery? It's starting to kind of change. It's so unique. Like I said, I don't like to smell like citrus. I don't like to smell like a big lemon or anything, but that is I think it's the most unique scent that I've had in a very long time. These are very cool fragrances and I really like it. Again, it's not overpowering. The sharpness of the lemon and the fresh, you know, it's nice to spray it on. It feels good and it's very refreshing. It's like creamy and vanilla and delicious. And Brad was like, the other day he was like, you smell good. Like it smells like just comforting, delicious. A lot of times I don't think that a lot of these real sharp, too clean fragrances or too citrusy fragrances are very appealing. Not that I'm like trying, you know, I mean like I don't think Brad would be like, wow, like come over here with that like sharp lemony scent you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like I think sometimes it's a little off-putting. Even things that smell too clean, like a lot of times this the Blanche, and when I used to wear that shower a lot, I thought, do I smell too sharp? You know? I feel like the most appealing scents, like to Brad or to other people, not that I'm trying to like appeal, but you know, like I want Brad to think I smell good and stuff. And I know the certain scents that he likes. Oh my gosh, that scent that I said, that note, that's kind of like the note in the Jessica Simpson Fancy Love. I know it's funny to say, but it has that little hint of that last note. And is that right? I don't know how to describe fragrances when people say the top notes, the middle notes, and then I mean, I kind of just explain what it's doing, like, but I feel like this last way that it smells, okay, really like perfumey lingo, I know. This last way that it smells is like the best note in Fancy Love, which was kind of like the last note in that too. Okay, I'm confused. Y'all are just like, what? But it's kind of the same as in Gucci too, that scent that I love, that Brad loves, and I don't even know. I feel like they're just gonna like discontinue. It has that too, kind of. Okay. I didn't know that it turned into something that was sweet. At least that's what it did on me. And it's what it smells like on her too, on Vanessa. So I got that. I don't see myself purchasing any more of those unless if just something crazy happens. But you know, I'm not trying to get a bunch of those. I really wasn't even wanting to get any more, but that smelled so unique. I had to do it. I got another sample of the Oliver Peoples by Byredo, which is exactly like Angel, but with cedar and minus the BO scent that Angel can have. But I picked up a few more brushes from Chanel, which I really didn't plan on doing. Vanessa wanted to get the Bronze Universal that I love so much, the Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. I've used the rest of mine. I started on this new one and it is so nice. I guess I had just such a little bit in mind that I forgot like what a new like really creamy yummy one was like. I think it is so worth it to splurge on things like this. Mine lasted me like a few years, which I guess for like a cream product, I mean, it says 18 months, so whatever. But you know, I think for like mascara or for things that you know you're gonna like replace a lot, you know, if you want to splurge on them, do it. But I don't feel bad, or I don't feel like this is such a splurge when you're talking about something that's gonna last you a long time. So anyways, she wanted to go check this out at the Chanel counter, and when we were there I was looking at the brushes, and honestly my Chanel brushes are some of my favorite ones. They hold up really well, they feel really good. Chanel powder brush that I love so much. It's my like go-to bronzer brush, it's the best. And my eyeshadow brush that I love so much, the number 2. I have every eyeshadow type of brush in the under the planet. Perfect, love it, but under the planet, under the sun. But this one is just one of those that's like an, I don't want to say old school, but it's like one of those powder brushes that you can get, or an eyeshadow brush, sorry, that you can get and be like, I can use this for everything. And you truly can. Today I just used my Bobbi Brown Beige, which is just that like no eyeshadow color, which doesn't really do much for me except for even out, and it just gives me a little bit of something. And, you know, you guys have seen me use this a lot, like when I just do a look using just this. I thought to myself, I really want one that is a bit smaller. I know that that's called a large eyeshadow, and I know that they have a small eyeshadow, so I thought I'll get that. It's basically the baby version of this, which is adorable. And honestly, I have smaller brushes, but I don't have one that looks like, it's basically like this exact brush, but smaller. And I thought perfect for like this outer corner, things like that. So I picked up the small one, and I was looking, you know, I've never really looked at their powder brush. I've got a lot of powder, you know, the typical looking powder brush like this. I've got so many of those. I'm like, you know, who needs a powder brush? I don't. But I was looking at this, and I was like, oh, what is that? And I looked and I said, okay, this is their powder brush, but it's different. It's round, almost like, you know, like a kabuki brush would be, just like very round. It's not like kind of pinched like these are, which these are great, but I thought how cool. So it's round, it's a little more dense, which is great for like powder foundation. This is my powder foundation of life. It's my Celebration Foundation Illumination by IT Cosmetics. It's so good. I finally hit pan on this one, and because I have been using it a bit lately. This one is very illuminating without looking shiny. It's very like glowy and pretty. I'm actually wearing it today with my my BB cream. So this is color, I mean, this corrects a lot. Like, you really don't need anything after it. But if you wanted just a little more, if you wanted to set it a little, you could just be like, and that's essentially what I do, and it gives me such a beautiful glow. I don't know if you can tell, but anyways, this is so good for powder foundation. This would be great if you're into like loose minerals, because it's just dense enough to pick up stuff and like buff without like getting things all over, which this is a good brush too, this like a powder brush like that, but this one isn't going, it's just different, okay? I'll show you what was in the bag. So I got the bag. When you get samples or you're getting like a gift like that, sometimes the samples really suck and they're just like, okay. These are such good samples. This was such a good little thing. And like I said, I don't know if they're doing that anymore, so, but at least I can kind of share these with you, and I have used some of the things. So the first thing, I used this last night, I really liked it. It's the Amaro Vixa Ultra More Mud Mask sample, and the only thing I really know about this brand is they have that expensive face spray, the Queen Mist or whatever, the Queen Hungry Mist. But, you know, I knew that it was kind of a pricey brand. So that's sweet. You know, I got this little mask sample. Okay, I've got a lot of masks that are like right there, like at the end. And honestly, I think when I get rid of a few, I think I'm going to splurge and repurchase this one. Not repurchase, because I never purchased it, but I did use it. This was so freaking cool. Okay, so masks, a lot of times you can't really tell like a huge difference. And I think with me, like I like my skin to feel, I don't like to use a lot of drying things on my skin. I like to use more nourishing things, more like hydrating things now, anti-aging stuff. But I also have to worry about breakouts, and I like to keep my pores clean. I don't like to use a lot of those masks anymore that are very like charcoal drying, like mud masks, a lot of them say. And this one's called a mud mask, but it's anti-aging, lifting. It says gentle exfoliation and deep pore cleansing. I thought, okay, cool. It says it defines your facial contour, defined, and brightens your complexion, whatever. So this was the perfect amount, just, you know, which was satisfying, like, to use. I thought, perfect, you know, because sometimes when you get samples, it's like not enough, whatever, especially for masks. So it was perfect. And it was like dark black, or, you know, like a charcoal looking, like grayish, black gray. It dried kind of like bluish. And it dried really evenly and beautifully. And I noticed it didn't feel like my skin was cracking off. It just looked like it dried pretty. You could see like my pores and stuff. Like I felt like it was doing something, but it had like the most like refreshing feel, almost like peppermint oil. You know, like if you use something on your face with that. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't think, but it just felt refreshing in like a non-irritating way, but it was like tingling and I loved it. And honest, I left it on for 30 minutes, and when I removed it, my skin was so soft and smooth, and I swear I think it did something. So it made my skin feel like comfortable. So I think I'm gonna repurchase this. I know, it's like, am I going nuts? Am I losing my mind? But I really loved it. Another sample was this Tata Harper Smoothing Body Scrub, which I thought this was cool too, because Tata Harper, I mean, that's something cheap. And I thought, how cool, because I really do like her brand, and obviously I used it all. Didn't really have a good smell. It was just a basic, you know, body scrub, but it was very, very gritty. It's not something that I think I would repurchase a lot or anything, because I think it was, but it says it's a spa strength exfoliation, and it was like one of the most exfoliating scrubs I've ever used. But like I said, I don't think it's anything special enough to like run out and purchase. These were also, this was another little like new brand of fragrance. I don't know if it's new, but the Memo fragrances, and this is in Marfa. And they all have these really cool, you know, this is what the bottle looked like of that. But it has like, you know, eyes all over it. And this Marfa one is like the creamiest, strongest, knock you down gardenia tuberose scent that you've ever smelled. So if you love that, this is gonna be like, yeah. So Oribe samples. I was gonna use this one in the shower and I tore it and I had to use scissors to get it. So I haven't used these yet, but it's really good Oribe samples of the Côte d'Azur Replenishing Body Wash and the Restorative Body Cream. So I'm excited to use those. This stuff that says, anything that says Côte d'Azur is that yummy scent of the conditioner and that, obviously, that perfume that's called Côte d'Azur. So it's that just yummy, you know, Oribe scent. And then r&co, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is all good stuff. The r&co Dallas Thickening Shampoo and Conditioner, I haven't used that yet, but if you are curious about this brand, you know, I've showed it a couple times, and the Bel Air is really good. It's the one that I used a while back that I really loved. Again, I wish I would have gotten that instead of the Oribe Gold, but whatever. And there were some other things, there was some, you know, other samples, but I don't want to get into all of those. Those were just the ones I was really excited about. But anyways, that's it. I feel like, oh my gosh, like just exciting stuff. I think it's really fun to try some new things and to discover some new things. I'm really excited about that Gypsy water. Not to like feed into the hype anymore or anything, but it is really good and I can see why people love it, and it's very, very unique. Again, like I said, it has that scent. Like now, I don't smell the lemon at all. I don't feel like I smell fresh. I mean, I smell fresh, but we'll stop. So thank you guys so much. I'm really thankful that you guys have spent this time with me today. I talked pretty much about what I talked about all of my necklaces and stuff. Definitely check out that sale today, 25% off. It's really good at Bobble Bar, and I will link to the sale below. I will put the sale info and the little coupon, what am I trying to say? Coupon promo code below. But other than that, this is one of those Vince tees. Have I talked about these before? The little roll sleeve tees. And then on my lips, I'm wearing this Too Faced Melted Matte in Child Star, which is very similar to the Anastasia Very Hollywood, but or is it Pure Hollywood? Whatever, that one. I like the formula of this one better. I just do. On my cheeks, I'm wearing the Benefit, no, this is what I'm wearing, the Soleil, the Bronze Universal. I use the Benefit Dandelion, which I've really been into lately, and a lot of times I just use this little brush. I mean, I used to hate these brushes. I kind of do. I mean, I think that they're kind of like stupid. I love the way dandelion smells. But this one is actually really soft. Some of them are very different than others. But so I wore this. That's what my blush is. And then I used my beloved Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam. And I used this color in Starburst on my cheeks. For my eyes, I'm not, like I said, I already talked about my eyeshadow, but I'm using this Tarteist little black liner, this clay paint liner, which I'm loving so much. It has this little like well in it. I think this is gonna be a favorite this month for show. And then my CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara, which I just think that you can't beat sometimes. So thank you guys for watching. I will link to everything below. Check out that sale for sure, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye guys.